Up as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wildcard game. And you can see the result there. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Wiggins, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's got Granson as tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Again, it's Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's Robinson throwing to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw. Robinson throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and our quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That's up second and 2.
They'll try the left side. Wiggins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this one is incomplete. Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Here's 2nd and 10.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Robinson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Robinson. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And some room to maneuver. He's got the 1st down and more. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
To throw is Robinson on 1st and 10. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Robinson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devon Hamilton collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Robinson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Back now here on EA Sports. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Lawrence. And he'll they'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with the football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Robinson from the gun on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag. That guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Robinson. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you're not both know. If you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Screen pass to Connor. And he's able to get up here to the 26. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. in the offense, ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
And he stopped immediately there.
Now Robinson off the bootleg. This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Only able to gain a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Robinson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
We always talk about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that, was broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. But not that any of the points will be needed with CD. They've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and they tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over the sidelines all the time.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Taylor. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll look to run with Taylor. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And he'll lose yardage here back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd and 11 now. Lawrence will throw. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.